This is Jason Hardy, State Farm agent, speaking today with El Dorado Wildcats coach Chris Hill. This is normally our Jason Hardy State Farm Player of the Week segment. However, Wildcats did not have a game scheduled for week 0. So it's today I get to visit with Coach Hill and introduce myself to him and just visit with a little bit. Coach Hill, welcome, and thank you for being with me today.
Well, thank you for having us. I'm just glad to be in El Dorado, just tickled to death to get the season started and, watch our young men play and compete.
Absolutely. And you have had a chance to look at them. You had the North Little Rock benefit game or scrimmage. I don't always know the right terminology for what that is. So you've got some film on your guys heading into week 1. But this is, as you said, first year here in El Dorado. New head coach. How's it been getting acclimated to new school, new city, new guys, and how has that gone for you?
Well, it's gone really well. I actually started here in February. Officially went on contract in March, but got to go in and watch the kids work for a while, just kind of get acquainted period. Then it becomes, after the get acquainted period, get to meet each other and watch for a little while to kind of evaluate. Then you start incorporating your plan. You incorporate how you want to do things, and not that it makes your way right and one way wrong, but just every coach has will put their own mark on the program. So went in, started installing offense, installing defense, and went really well this spring. Had a good spring. Summer was really good. We asked our kids to get, it was a short summer because we went to school to the second week of June.
Right.
So you throw that in there, then throw in 2 weeks dead period, last week of June, the first week of July, then it would become a 5-week summer. And we asked our kids to get, we asked them to get at least 4 workouts in a week. And I think it was 94% of our kids got all their workouts in. So
that's great.
That's a huge compliment to those guys, and not only their players, but also the parents for making sure they get up here and get the workouts in. And then we had some team camps and things during the summer and 7-on-7, and got to watch our kids compete, and then lead up to North Little Rock scrimmage 2 weeks ago, and had some really good things. I thought our defense played really well. We had a busted coverage. They hit us on a deep ball on 3rd and 10. I think we got that fixed. Then offense turned the ball over inside the red zone, and we give a score there. But North Little Rock was not able to put the ball on the ground and drive the ball on us. So I was pretty well pleased with our defense and offense. The thing about offense is, you got one guy that messes up, he can run the whole play, and we've had some of those, but I think we got our kids watch it, and they saw the film and saw where their mistakes were, and we attacked those the next week, get those fixed, and we feel good going into Camden. We're healthy is the main thing. Got all our kids, nobody got hurt during the scrimmage, so we should be full strength headed into Camden Friday night.
And that's great to hear. And that's what you hope for coming out of summer, coming out of scrimmage is that you are at full strength, that you do have a full complement of your players going into that week 1. Bumps and bruises are going to happen, but you sure don't want to start out with somebody having to be on the shelf, do you?
No, you don't. And that's I think you really have to be a little bit leery of the summer. I think now in Arkansas you get X number of days to get competition days. That can be 7-on-7. That can be team camp. But you're always worried, when you go into team camp of staying healthy. Don't want anybody, roll an ankle or, injure a knee or, separate his shoulder or anything like that. So we're very fortunate we got through the summer with no injuries, and so far we've been healthy. Q rolled his ankle a little bit against North Little Rock, but he's back full speed. He's a tough kid. Going to give great effort. So, like I said, we're got all our people ready to go to Camden Friday night.
Excellent. Great to hear. So, expectations a little bit. What should the fans expect to see out of a Coach Hill coached team? What are you looking to accomplish as far as whether it's be your particular style or what do you want the fans to see out of your team when you put them on the field on a Friday night?
That's a great question. What I want our fans to see is a team that plays extremely hard, a team that is physical, a team that encourages each other, a team that represents our community, represents our school, represents our family in a manner that everybody can be proud of. You know, we want to win them all. Don't get me wrong. We want to win them all.
Sure.
But one undefeated, you know, this is my 33rd year, and undefeated seasons are hard to come by. And, you know, even through the regular season, much less the playoffs. But, you know, I want to, you know, we want to, you know, Bear Bryant, you know, always about playing with class. You know, we want to play at the class. We want to play hard, play physical, you know, knock a kid down, help him up, you know, hand the ball to the official. We don't want to be a team that you know, runs their mouth and mouths at the opponent. You know, I tell our kids all the time, we're going to talk to our own team, we're going to encourage our own team, and we're not going to worry about anybody else. So that's a lot easier said than done. You know,
Sure.
in the heat of the battle, and you know, you feel like you've been cheap shotted, or a guy says something to you or takes a swing at you. You know, it's tough. We had that conversation with our kids last week, and I think they understand where we're coming from about, you know, sometimes you got to swallow your pride and do what's best for the team. And, you know, that's a sign of maturity. That's a sign of a mature team if we can do that. So hopefully, you know, that's what I want to, like I said, a team that's going to go out and play hard. Everybody says, man, you know, we may not win them all, but I mean, they represent our school and represent our community in a manner that everybody can be proud of.
Excellent. Well, I know this is team sport. You got to have everybody going. But are there any guys that you're looking for that people need to have a heads up? Know that to be looking for some guys, some individuals that you're looking to make some strides this season and really stand out for you.
Well, you know, against North Little Rock, you know, the other day we started 6 sophomores on offense. And, you know,
that's a young team.
That's a young team in very key positions. So, you know, I think we got to be patient with those guys. You know, playing 6A football, you know, when you're 15 years old, probably don't even have a driver's license yet. You know, playing against some 18 and some kids that will turn 19 into the season. So, you know, that's a big gap. But I think the longer we go, I think those guys will settle in. You know, there's some good football players and in that group, and we got some good football players on our team. You know, do we have any Division I guys right now? You know, that's not for me to decide. That's for college coaches to decide. But I do think we have some good, solid football players that love to play, that football's important to them, and you'll give great effort every Friday night. And, you know, if we do that, then like previously I was talking to our team about control the controllables. You know, we can't control anything that Camden does or Benton does or Marion does. We have no control over them, but we have full control over us. And, you know, we want to win the no-talent things. Win the no-talent things by, you know, being on time, lining up right, getting your eyes right, being a great teammate, encourage your teammate, keep your locker straightened up, you know, just, you know, to show that we have discipline through our program. You know, to me, discipline is kind of like love. It's kind of hard to define, but you know when it's there and when it's not there. Right. So we you know, we want to be a disciplined team and like I said, represent our school very well.
Excellent, great to hear it, Coach Hill. Great visiting with you today. Look forward to a great El Dorado Wildcat football season. I know you're chomping at the bit to get out there and get the season rolling and get your guys going. Appreciate you spending some time with me today. Camden Fairview is the first opponent, and start it from there. Best of luck to you as the season goes on.
Thanks for having me. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.